I met my husband 1 month after I finished to do the manifestation journaling practice that I'm about to share with you in this video. And just a few months ago we celebrated our 8-year anniversary. As I realized that after doing this specific practice I got such a big change and long-term result in my life, and it's not the only thing that I got thanks to using manifestation, I decided to make this video. So I want to share with you the instruction, how specifically you can do it, my story, and certain things that you may consider when you decide and whether you want to do it or not. The first important thing is that I don't really believe that I can control everything in my life and like everything depends only on me. But still I believe that there is much more that actually depends on me, like on us in our lives, than we think. And the beauty of manifestation is that it doesn't require much of your time, effort, money, or like other resources when you want to try it. So when you're trying to do it, you don't really lose anything. So it's not kind of some big risk. And in many cases, people get in a lot of results. And I'm the one who experimented with different manifestation techniques and with law of attraction since I was 15 years old. And I share quite a lot of my story in my other videos, how I arrived to certain conclusions, what I learned. So it's something that, and not just I read in some book about law of attraction, I really tried a lot and I had my ups and downs and a lot of different things. The other thing that the specific practice, the journaling one that I want to share here with you, that helped me, I think, to manifest love and to meet my husband. Of course, I don't think that that was the only thing that changed everything, but I think it was a big help and it's clearly moved me to this direction. So how it all started, it was already many years ago. I went through quite bad breakup and I was feeling really bad. I was seeing my therapist at this moment, and after some time, after I kind of grieved this relationship, cried a lot about it, let go of certain things, I remember I still had these strong feelings about how much I really want to have love and relationship in my life. And I was feeling so upset, like nothing is working, I did so much, why I'm getting into this toxic patterns again, and choosing the wrong man and all these kind of things. And I actually don't even remember how I arrived to this specific practice. That's something I read somewhere, but then I modified it in some way for my situation. The idea was that when you manifest in something with this journaling, you need to do it for 100 days. And to do it, first you need to write very specifically the result that you want in a present tense, like always with manifestation if you're not new to it. So you get some journal, some notebook, and you count 100 pages, because you will write one page each day, and on the last one of this 100 days you write in details your end result, about what relationship you want to have. And that's what I did. I described in details the relationship, how I feel in them, what we are doing together, kind of certain things. There was even something about, I think, traveling together and this kind of stuff. This you write once, and then you kind of leave it and you forget about it. And then you start to write something every day, 1 page per day. I remember that the main idea was not to skip a day. No matter what's happening, at least 1 page you need to write. So the thing is, for me, what was working, I think, quite a lot is this commitment to your intention. For me, this specific practice was something that was keeping constantly my intention and my attention, I would say, on the thing that I want to have. No matter what was happening in my life, no matter how bad things were going, no matter if I was believing if it will work or not work, I was continue this kind of commitment to my goal, to my dream, to where I want to arrive. And this is one of the things. And this is for 100 days, so it's more than 3 months. You're doing it every day. On one side, it's very easy. On the other side, when you do manifestation, you never really know whether it will work or not, and no one can guarantee it if it will work for someone else. You don't know if it will work with you. So you need to have some strong motivation and commitment to this specific practice when you're doing it. Meanwhile, what you should write, on these pages. There is not a specific rule what you should write, but maybe how I was focused on my thoughts, my feelings, and what was happening regarding the relationship, what I did or didn't do, or what I was feeling, if something moving me closer there, or this kind of things. So kind of keeping attention on the topic. And later, because then I was using this practice again and again in my life for other things, and was working so many times that sometimes I even feel how is it possible, how such simple things can create so many changes, which just feels even weird. Then I modified it to focus on gratitude also. So every day, when now I'm doing this, I'm also writing at least 3 or maybe more things I'm grateful for. No matter how I feel, even if I don't feel grateful, I'm trying to find them and to focus on them, because gratitude is a main state from which manifestation works better, and I made another video on this topic. If you want to check, I can link it here. So sounds very simple. You just write 1 page in your journal every day, focusing on your intention and ideally also on gratitude. But what can be happening during this time? And that's my story. The thing is that I started with some hopes, some motivation, and I was not very happy at this moment. And you're expecting that when you start manifestations, things will start getting better, especially if you focus on positive things. That's not what happened. Things in my life started getting worse, and in different areas of my life. And it was feeling like things are falling apart. I have problems at work, I have problems with my health and some other things, and they were triggering a lot of painful emotions in me. And so I was going through quite a difficult period, and someone may decide to give up, like, why to do this stupid journaling that you don't know if it will ever work if you have all these problems. I was committed, and probably I have some strong faith that when I don't really know what I can do here and now, when life brings certain unexpected things, certain crises, things that are not under your control, the only thing that I had under my control is to write this journal and to work on how I'm feeling, how I'm reacting, what I'm focusing on. So working a lot was my intention. And then I noticed that things that were happening, they were uncovering a lot of my old pain from childhood, all my self-worth wounds, self-love wounds, fears of rejection, abandonment, all my self-esteem issues. So all these things were getting uncovered by situations that were happening, and these situations, they were inviting me to work with my inner states and to work with my inner issues. So what I think that not just manifestation by itself created me relationship, but it was pushing me, kind of for me, I was pushing myself by doing it to this direction. And while I was going there, everything that was standing between me and the relationship that I wanted was coming up to the surface. Those were my limiting beliefs, my processed pain, all my fears, and my state. And that's what I was working on. So I call all these things signs of fragmentation, and I explain fragmentation a lot. If you're interested, also in my book, it's called The Return from Fragmentation to Wholeness. This is available on Amazon. So just the technique by itself, I explained it, you can already use it, but if you want to have more information on these specific blocks that causes fragmentation on mental, emotional, and energy levels, you can check also this one, because the 100-day program that I'm giving here is actually based on this specific manifestation technique, but with additional tools to work with all this stuff. Now I'm using this system that I'm sharing in the book again and again in different periods of my life. I'm always getting results and changes, not always as I expect, sometimes again through certain problems arriving that uncovering certain issues, but because lately, just like very recently, I had another very unexpected result that really doesn't depend on me, but this happened. Sometimes it feels just a miracle. It happened. I decided that, okay, I need to share it, and I need to tell about such a simple thing that anyone really can use if they want. Whether you believe enough in it or not, whether you will get exactly the result that you're expecting or not, for sure you will move closer to where you want to be. whether this thing will just magically happen, whether you will realize what needs to be done and you will start doing it, whether you will uncover big blocks on your limitations that stand in between you and your desire, and you will start working on them. That's why I think it's a great tool to do. It's very simple. I explain it. You just journaling 1 page per day, and before to start you write your intention, your goal as it is happened, and you're just going day through day to it. It just take 5 to 10 minutes of your time, and just the commitment to do it every day. I think that's the most difficult part, to continue every day when you don't see results, because they're not often coming very quickly, but usually they're coming. And also, yeah, in book I'm sharing more of my story, what was happening to me, what was realizing about how intention work and how fragmentation work and what things can be happening and why they're getting worse. I also have more videos on my channel on the topic. If you're interested, you can subscribe to my channel. I have another video about manifestation in general, when I explain certain things, why things can be getting worse, why sometimes you do a lot of things and it just doesn't work. There is much more information. I hope it was helpful. I really encourage you to try if you're interested in it, and if you do, you can share your results here, because maybe you can inspire other people with your results, because I was inspired to use certain manifestation techniques and law of attraction after I heard also about results from other people. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching.